but we want everybody to win. So really take the information you're about to receive from somebody that's been there, done it. You couldn't ask for a better owner, a better leader. And I guess that's all I have good to say about him right now, because the last week dealing with this guy has been ugly. But I love him to death. I love his family. The best of the best guys. We have it here with Anybody Care. Let me introduce our CEO and founder, the awesome Ben Glinsky.
Words first about Ben. No, he doesn't. This is unscripted. You know, I've been in the company about 3.5 years, and I remember coming to Las Vegas back in November of 2011, and I remember seeing Ben. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's him. It's Ben Glinsky. And he was a little more backward then than he is now. He's still backward, but you know, it's like you see, this is a CEO of the company. You know, this is like the president, Donny Osmond, the president. But over the years, you know, we got to see him evolve into, you know, I think everybody in the you know, we're a family, and it's brought him out a lot more, you know, out of his shell. He's an awesome guy, and we took a worldwide poll and decided who to give this little token to. And Ben, you're the winner of the Awesome CEO Dude Award. Every single time we have had a convention, Ben has given us something new. And, you know, it never fails. He's always doing something and giving back to us, and that is why he's an awesome CEO dude, and this is the company to be with.
Thank you, guys. That's pretty awesome. All right. So I got some good stuff to talk about today. Pam covered most of it. But you're going to hear it again. So let me ask you, because yeah, I'm still getting used to standing up here and talking and stuff. Like Judy said, first time it wasn't pretty. But yeah, so hopefully you get some value today. I'm excited. I got some good stuff for you. But let me first ask you guys, because some of the stuff is pretty harsh, a little brutal, might hurt some feelings, might see some tears coming out. So before I get going, you guys want me to keep it nice? No. Or you want me to keep it real? All right. Just remember all those nice things that Tim and Judy and everyone just said about me for making that decision. But yeah, you guys are awesome. And Sue and Pam, you guys killed it. Great job. Yeah, we have some amazing people. But like Tim was talking about, I mean, and Dale talks about, this industry has changed over the past 15, 20 years. It used to be about real products, used to be about quality products, real people, and really the belief that people will trust the recommendation or referral or reference or whatever of a friend or someone they trust, as opposed to an advertisement they might see on TV or the internet or newspaper, whatever it may be. But the last 15 years, it's changed. And with the development of the internet and just the industry evolution, it's become, like Tim was saying, regurgitated, how'd you put it, Tim? Regurgitated something. And you know, the quality has kind of gotten away, that these companies are coming up with weird products that, you know, nobody really needs a lot of times. Some company, I'm not ripping on every company, but it's become different, and some of that has become better, and some of it has made things a lot harder. You know, you hear Dale talk about when he first got started in this industry, there's like 3 network marketing companies on the planet. And now there's like 1,000 launching every week. So it's a lot different because you've got all these networkers out there with the same tools, the same resources, not all the same tools that we have, but they've got the internet, they've got Facebook, they've got the same ways to contact people. And they're just going crazy, and everyone's recruiting each other and pitching each other and doing all this stuff that's making it easier for people to build who don't really know what they're doing, but more challenging for people to build who are doing it the right way. Because of all these distractions and all these regurgitated marketers jumping deal to deal and you know, recruiting everyone in and out of everything. So. But what it all comes down to is exactly what Pam was talking about, is this business is built on relationships. And what so many people try to do, especially these internet junkies and stuff, is, you know, I was watching a video by Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't know if you guys know him. Written a couple books. I'm actually going to mention him again here shortly. But he compares the way that a lot of people market their business to the way a 19-year-old boy tries to close the deal before he even goes on the first date. And that's what so many internet marketers are trying to do. And I mean, people spam you and just spill this whole spiel about their business and how awesome they are and how they're at the top of the company and how the comp plan's the best and that they should join, or you should join them, and you don't even know who this person is, and they expect you to join, and it's not working. And that's why the response to those things is so minimal that it's, you know, really it's not even worth doing. And if you get, you know, 1 or 2 signups from it, they're not going to be long term. A lot of these guys, you know, they're looking for a quick sale, a quick buck to make, and then move on to the next thing. And like Pam was saying, that's not how you're gonna get there. And at the same time, you know, as I mentioned earlier, tools, training, information is everywhere. If you guys want information on something, you could go to Amazon, you could go to the library, you can find information on it. And it's funny how these quote-unquote gurus in the network marketing and internet marketing industries continue to try to sell you all these automated systems and new powerful recruiting techniques and all this stuff, when really all it comes down to is relationships. And you can't automate relationships. You can't automate emotion. You can't automate people. And that's unfortunately what so many people are kind of trying to do, and they're getting away from the basics. They're getting away from what this industry has been built upon and what's made so many people so successful in this industry who have done it the right way. And that's what we want to really drive home with you guys, because if you do it right, and keep in mind, every person that you enroll in this company, whether it's a customer or a distributor, they're going to get pitched on every other weight loss product on the planet and every other network marketing company on the planet. It's just going to happen because of the world we live in now, because of the way the internet is, because of the way Facebook is. And sometimes they're going to go. They're going to believe the next hot, shiny opportunity, the next ground floor business, the next hottest weight loss product that's going to help them lose 50 pounds next week. And they're going to go buy that stuff and sign up. And it's unfortunate, and it's going to happen. And 2 things. I mean, number 1, and I'll talk about this in a sec, but managing expectations. If you guys know what's happening out there, it better prepares you to deal with it when it happens. So if you know that your people are going to get pitched on other stuff, the best way, you know, to get them to not be interested in it is to build that relationship. People trust people, and they do business with people who they like, people who they trust, and people who they care about. And another thing that people are getting away from, Pam said it perfectly, is caring about people. there's a quote you guys have probably heard, and whether you have or haven't, I want you to write it down. No one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. No one knows how much you know, until you know, they know how much you care. And, you know, I see a lot of people, especially on Facebook, and this is going to hurt some feelings here, because you guys are doing it wrong. And last year, we had a huge year. It was crazy. From May until about July, we went from $1 million a month in volume to about $4 million a month in volume. It was ridiculous. And quite honestly, there was no reason for it. We weren't at that point in our growth curve, in our projected just estimates of where we were going to be for that to happen. It was very unexpected. It was very weird. And quite honestly, it was an anomaly. That wasn't normal. That wasn't supposed to happen. And the reason it happened was because it's really because of Jackie Stewart. Where's Jackie? Creating this Facebook support group idea and teaching all you guys how to do it. And it worked, and it worked great. And then things change. Technology changes, Facebook changes. In the age we're in right now, guys, things change online every 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And so what worked 6 months ago, or in this case a year ago, isn't always going to work as well as it did then. And so what happened was a lot of people were getting into this company, starting Facebook support groups, and magically, like, it seemed like overnight, but within a matter of a few months, we're making $5,000, $10,000, even $20,000 or $30,000 a month just sitting behind their computer online all day posting stuff in their weight loss support groups, posting recipes and stuff like that. And that's awesome, and I definitely encourage you guys to keep doing that. Anything that works is worth doing, but when you know that it's going to change, and when you know that it's not doing as well as it used to, like Sue was talking about, you've got to move with it. You've got to adjust with it and find what is working. And there are a lot of things that are working just like they were 15, 20, 30 years ago in this industry. And again, what it all comes down to is building relationships. But one of the things, even during that time of growth, and that's really got us to where we are now, that's made us different, and that we want to continue to do, and what the rest of the industry is kind of abandoning, is developing leaders, leadership development. And Dale says it best, you know, the company who focuses on leadership development, and what that means is new people. Let me ask you guys this. How many people here, this is your first network marketing company? How many have never been involved in a network marketing company before Skinny Body Care? Okay, that's good. About probably 30% or so. Awesome. This company, if you guys haven't recognized, some of the top leaders, Jackie Stewart, Courtney Looper, Heather Johnson, I mean, these people have not been involved in network marketing before. And that's what has made this company so powerful. Because guess what? The people who have been involved in this industry before, who have come to this company, they're not even here anymore. Because they do the same cycle as everyone else. And next month they're going to be in a new deal, and next month they're going to be in a different one, and they struggle. But when we find people who don't have network marketing experience, plug them into our system, teach them how to do it, and develop them into leaders, teach them how to teach more people, that's what's going to build a long-term successful business, successful company, successful organization, and make a lot of you guys a lot of money. If you keep focusing on, and I'm not saying you guys are, actually you guys are doing a lot of good things, a lot of things right, but the people who focus on just going after the networkers, it's not a good path. It's not a good strategy. I'm not saying don't go after networkers, because we've had a lot of people in this company, a lot of networkers, who have come in, brought some good people, and then left. Pam's enroller. Pam's been in the company 90 days. Her enroller's already gone, but look who he brought. Right? you know, you want to bring in everybody, but not expect everyone to stick. But when you develop leaders, and I truly believe, and I know Dale does too, we've had this conversation, that the company who focuses on getting back to the basics, getting back to the local market, the people who have not had network marketing experience, and helping them become a product of the product, as you're going to hear from Tom and Natalie later. And as they get results with the product and believe in it, and and recognize there's an opportunity here where they can make money selling it and sharing it and helping other people, those are the people, and I think Pam talked about that, maybe it was Sue, that some of the best distributors, the distributors in this company came from being customers, right? Started out as customers. And so that's what I want you guys to focus on. And that doesn't necessarily mean getting off of Facebook completely. It just means, you know, tweaking some of the things you're doing. Obviously, the weight loss support groups are working. Obviously, you know, some of the other attraction marketing and posting videos and that stuff is working to an extent. But when I look at the numbers, and Pam mentioned that Courtney Looper is a superstar on Facebook as far as engagement from her people. I look at it, she's got 100,000 followers and her best post might get 1,000 likes. Is that valid, Courtney?
Yeah, probably.
That's 99,000 people. That's less than 1% of her following that's responding to anything. I don't call that good engagement. It's just, I mean, numbers are... everything is a numbers game. When you get enough numbers, you're going to get, I mean, you're going to get some signups, you're going to get some followers, you're going to get some response, you're going to get some engagement. It's just how it is. But a less than 1% response rate is, maybe it's good, but I think we could do better. And I think that developing relationships, building relationships, and not just posting things online to get engagement and to share yourself and your story, which is always positive. People want to know who you are. They want to know what you're like. They want to get to know you. But no one knows how much you know until they know how much you care. Right? I don't want to put you on the spot, Courtney, but what percentage of your followers do you know, let's say, where they live? Less than 1%?
Probably, but yeah.
Right. So, I mean, the point is, you guys don't know. If you don't know your people, you don't care about your people. And you're kind of looking at them as numbers. And yes, I understand you do care about them, and you are sincerely trying to help them and support them and give them value and things that can help them grow as a person, lose weight with, and all this good positive stuff. And I'm not taking anything away from that. But again, no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. It doesn't matter how many recipes you post online, how many life hacks you post, how much value you give people. You can make the best video on the planet that gives people awesome stuff. And they might get some good ideas from it. Doesn't mean they're going to like you as a person. It doesn't mean that you care about them or you've shown any interest in their life at all. And Pam talked about this as far as building relationships, how many, knowing people's spouse's name, their dog's name, where they live, all that stuff. And so, let me just throw a little idea out there for you. And this is so easy, guys. But no one's doing it. And I don't want to say it's lazy to not do it, but you guys, you got to focus on caring about other people and showing them you care about other people. How long does it take to go on someone's Facebook profile and just look at the last 3 or 4 things they posted? Whether it's that they took their grandkids to the park the other day, or they just got a haircut, or they just moved to California, or they are a huge Saints fan and the Saints lost again. Right, Dean? Whatever it may be. You guys want to get to know people, and if you get to know them and you just post a simple private message to them, or something on their wall, just saying, hey, I saw that Saints game, just wait till they play Dallas and then you can be happy again, right, John? But no, or just, hey, I love your haircut, it looks great, or it's so great you got to hang out with your grandchildren, or, you know, I was, you know, and you don't have to do it daily, you don't have to do it weekly, you don't have to do it monthly, just show people that you care, and keep in mind, I mean, how long does it take to look at someone's profile and post something nice to them? Just say hi. You know, even thank them for being your follower and say, I was just looking at your profile, I just want to thank you for being my follower. I just saw your, you know, that you just took your dogs to the park. They look so cute. That's so awesome that you get to do that. Have an awesome day. Just something like that. I mean, it takes less than a minute to spend the time on there and post something to them. And you know what? If they don't respond, then don't worry about them. You don't have to build that relationship. But guess what? Just like Pam said, she's going to like their stuff. They're going to start following you and paying more attention to what you're doing when you post something nice about them and you show them you care. It takes a minute to do that. Could you do that? Pam talked about making 10 new contacts a day. Can you spend 10 minutes a day? 15 minutes a day? Posting on, I mean, if you've got 20,000 people in your support group, do you think it's better to have 100,000 people in your support group who don't even know that you care about them, with less than 1% engagement, or over time, you know, talk to 10, 20 people a day and have 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000 people who you've actually connected with, who care, who know you care about them, and are now following you more consistently, and you're having communication with them back and forth, because it's not just posting one time. You can't build a friendship by, you know, spending 10 seconds to post something on someone's wall and expect them to like you forever. You know, if they respond to your post, then keep some kind of log, keep track of it, and post again, you know, in a few weeks or in a month or something. Just pay attention to them. And if they don't respond, you know, scratch them off your list. No worries. You tried to make friends with them. If they don't care about you, then you don't need them. There's enough people out there. I mean, imagine if you spent an hour, 1 hour a day, going through your Facebook, even your friends. Most of you guys don't even know 90% of the friends that you have in Facebook. Imagine if you just went through your friends list or your followers list and did that for an hour a day. You can probably hit 30 to 50 people a day. You did that for a month, that's 1,000 to 1,500 people a month that you're actually connecting with and building relationships with and showing that you care. That's more powerful than building a weight loss support group of 20,000 people that don't even respond to anything and don't know you care. So build the relationships, guys, and this isn't even hard. I'm not even talking about the hard stuff yet. This is the easy stuff, because you're still hiding behind your computer. You know, it's funny, because when I started in the industry, I think one of the things that made me successful was that I had the courage to do what a lot of other people weren't doing. And when Pam asked, you know, how many of you guys follow up on the phone with people, like 3 hands went up. And unfortunately, that's been the case for a long time in this industry. People don't have the balls, the courage, the confidence, whatever you want to call it, to pick up the phone and call people. And I think that's one of the things, you know, that made me successful in the industry. I'm like, look, I can dial the phone 100 times every single day. I don't care if 99 of them say no. I'm going to keep dialing, and I'm going to get people to say yes. And I just kind of outworked them. I didn't have any more experience. I had far less experience, far less knowledge. I didn't know anything about anything. I just, you know, I knew that if that's how I had to do it and no one else was willing to do it, Pam talked about being different than people. If no one else is willing to do it and you have the courage to step up and make things happen when no one else is, you're gonna win. And that's, I believe that's, you know, what really kind of started my success in this industry, is I was willing to do what most people weren't. And when people would come to me, you guys have heard me say this, and you know, complain that they weren't getting any results. Back in the day, before Facebook and the internet, I would tell them to send me their phone bill. That's how we did it. It's like, if you're not getting results, show me your phone bill. Show me you're calling 50, 100 people a day. And they never send this phone bill because they knew they weren't doing anything. They're always getting ready to get ready. And quite honestly, this event is no different. I mean, information is everywhere. It's not hard to find information, to find training, to learn stuff that's going to help you build your business and make you $1 million. It's not hard to find that information. And that information can get you there if you take action on it. It's the taking action that separates the winners from everybody else. It's the taking action and being consistent, as Sue and Pam both talked about, that really separate the people who get to the top from the people who don't. And nowadays, you know, with Facebook, it's a little different because, quite honestly, and I don't like saying this because I want you guys to get out of your comfort zone. I want you to be willing to do the things that people aren't doing. But quite honestly, I mean, you can build legitimate, sincere, real friendships on Facebook. You could build a huge $1 million network marketing company without ever picking up the phone, just sitting on Facebook if you do it right. And all it takes is building relationships, showing people that you care. But there's ways to get there faster, there's ways to get there stronger, and there's other ways to do it. Don't focus on one tool, because Facebook could change tomorrow. And you may not be able to even see people or see their profile or be able to contact them. I don't know how Facebook works, but I mean, it's just like Tim talked about. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, whether that's one company or one lead source, because that's all Facebook is. It's a lead source. And when you can have 20, 30 other lead sources, or even 2 or 3, focus on a few until you master them. You don't have to be a professional or a master of 20 different things your first day. Just start, get out of your comfort zone slowly. I mentioned the book yesterday, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. He talks about little tiny changes every day over time make significant differences, whether it's positive or negative. If you're spending an hour a day watching TV, you know, the difference between you and someone else who's spending that same hour a day reading motivational material or working their business, the first 6 to 12 months you're not going to see much difference in their results. But over time, the person who's watching TV is going to go down. The person who's focusing on themselves and building themselves and their business is going to go up. Little things every day. And all that took, I mean, even if it's contacting 1 or 2 extra people a day, spending 10 more minutes on your business, reaching out to 1 more person, making 1 more contact. Guys, it's not hard to make $1 million in this industry. It's not. We have, and especially in this company, it probably doesn't get any easier in this industry than what we have with Skinny Body Care. With this compensation plan, this product that sells itself, it works. So, get out of your comfort zone. Be willing to do the little things that other people are not to get what other people won't have. Okay. Got some more awesomeness coming. That was just the beginning. Alright, it's almost lunchtime, so I'm going to see what else I want to talk about here. But yeah, I mean, you know, you can't automate relationships. That's the point. And just posting stuff and expecting people to respond and expecting people to engage is going to work to an extent. You're going to get some followers. You're going to get people thanking you for, and people you don't even know following you and getting results. But when you show them you care, guys, watch what happens. Watch the change in your organization and show them. I mean, it's not hard. Spend an hour and a half, 2 hours a day, because I know a lot of you guys can find that kind of time. And if all you're doing is Facebook, and you're spending 4 or 6 hours a day, 10 hours, 18 hours a day, spend a couple of those hours connecting with people, looking at their profile and sending a personal message. And I mean, 2 hours a day, you can probably get 100 people a day. That's 3,000 people a month. Compounded over the course of a year, that's 3,000, no, what did I say? 100 people, 3,000 a month is 36,000 new prospects a year for your business. And not all of them are going to respond. Not all of them are going to be your friend. Definitely not all of them are going to buy the product or sign up. But it's going to get you results. Now, the same thing goes with customers and distributors. And I see this too much as well. So many of you guys, when someone joins or purchases the product as a customer, they don't hear much more. You still post in your support group and expect them to follow you. And I'm not saying everybody. A lot of you guys are doing a great job following up with people. But if you want these people to be in your business long term, you got to look at them as more than a $25 fast start commission. The long-term value of a customer in this business. I mean, imagine if Heather Johnson looked at Courtney Looper as a $25 commission when she signed up. Courtney's now built one of the biggest organizations in this company and probably made Heather several $100,000s because Heather focused on helping her. And Courtney also reached out. So it goes both ways. But guys, when you focus, you never know who's going to be the next superstar in the company. You never know who that person is going to lead you to, whether it's a customer or a distributor. There are a lot of people out there that need this product. There are a lot of people out there that need this opportunity. There are a lot of people out there that are desperately praying and hoping and searching for both. And when you get a new customer, you got to build that relationship. Pam talked about it. Pam covered most of what I'm talking about. Build that relationship, guys, because even if that person never turns into a distributor, they might lead you to someone else who needs the product, and someone else who needs the product, and someone else who needs the product, and then gets results and wants to sell it and becomes the next crown diamond in the company. Those people are out there. So, and Dale talks about it with his 3-14-29 training. Following up with people, getting on the phone, asking them how they're doing the simple scripts that he gives you, that he hands to you. You guys have everything you need to be successful. It's just about taking action and following through. And don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Don't be afraid to get on the phone. I guarantee you, if you start picking up the phone, you're going to start making more money. So if you want to make more money, pick up the phone more. That said, we've talked a lot about Facebook, but you're going to hear this afternoon from, actually Pam talked a lot about it as far as different ways to generate leads. Right after lunch, James R. Davis Sr. is going to come up talking about a lot of other offline ways to generate leads. Guys, as I talked about, when you focus on leadership development, you focus on bringing new people into this industry who don't have any experience and helping them achieve their goals, and helping them build this business, that's when you're going to win. And there are so many people and so many ways to do that, especially in your local market. And that's what this industry has gotten away from. In the old days when this industry was really thriving and building, people were building in their local markets. They were doing the meetings that Pam was talking about. And those are awesome. But you don't have to even go that far. Those are great. And guys, the more you do, the better. Pam's ideas were awesome. And the people who have the courage to do those kind of things, you're going to get the results. When you're willing to do the things that other people are not, you're going to get results. You're going to win. But James is going to talk about stuff. I mean, you should not leave your house without brochures. You got to always be prepared. You shouldn't leave your house without business cards. You shouldn't leave your house without a button, because you're going to run into people that need this product. You're going to run into people who want this opportunity. Drop cards, you can throw them everywhere. I mean, there are so many different ways to build your business. And again, there's no shortage of information. I'm not telling you anything that you can't get somewhere else. It's just you really have to take action and focus on it. And this afternoon, we've got some great stories about 90-day runs. We've got a big promotion coming that I'm going to announce this afternoon too. But Kevin Gilbert's going to talk about knowing your why and following through on your why. Guys, if your why doesn't motivate you, I don't want to take away from Kevin's stuff. he was happy that Sue and Pam didn't get into it. But I'll leave it to Kevin. But guys, you've got to have a strong reason to do the business. And if it's not strong enough to get you out of your comfort zone, then it's not strong enough. You need to find a new one. And I'll let Kevin really elaborate on that as well. But guys, it really all comes down to building relationships, local market. What else do I have on here? Don't prejudge people. A lot of people, actually, this group is great. with not prejudging people. You guys are awesome. We have people in this company who probably a lot of other companies, a lot of other people wouldn't have even given you guys a chance. And I love that. And I love the underdog mentality, the chip on the shoulder, the helping the little guy win. And that's really kind of the culture that we're building here, and I think it's awesome. So don't prejudge people. I mean, just because someone has a nice job and wears suits all day doesn't mean they're going to be the next Crown Diamond. Most of those guys are too cool to build. It's the truth. Right, Dale? Just because someone has struggled their whole life, is about to get evicted from their house, is so far overweight and has never been successful in their life, doesn't mean they're not going to be the next diamond in this company. Right, Courtney? That's right. Guys, if people want it bad enough, they're gonna know. And if you build those relationships and focus on those people, focus, and I think Pam talked about it, really get to know your team. Know who you're working with. Know, more than anything, I mean, it's great to know their husband's name, their wife's name, their dog's name, where they live, all that stuff. But more than anything, Kevin will probably talk about this too, know their why, know their reason. Know why every single distributor and customer in your organization bought the product or is in the business. Know what they're trying to achieve. Know what their goals are so that you can help them and so you can show them that you sincerely, genuinely care about them. Because no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. So, who's going to focus on showing people they care? Awesome. All right, well that's all I got. Lunchtime, so I'm going to bring Sonia up here, actually. Unless you want to say anything, Des. Is Sonia still back there? How about Judy? Do you know the game plan, Judy, for lunch? I think we just go and show our bracelets and we get to eat.